welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a continuation of a series I started on the best things to do when you're at Disney World. I started with Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, and today we are doing Animal Kingdom, so I hope you guys are excited, and let's just get started. The first thing I love to do when I'm at Animal Kingdom is go on Expedition Everest. This roller coaster had come out when I was a kid. It was brand new and it was so exciting and very hyped up, and it was definitely worth the hype. It's such a fun roller coaster. It has some steep drops, it goes backwards, so if you guys are looking for something really fun to do that has a lot of adrenaline rushes, I would definitely check out Expedition Everest. In my opinion, it's one of the funner roller coasters at Disney World. Of course, I'm also going to suggest that you meet Baloo and King Louie when you're at Animal Kingdom. King Louie is one of my favorite characters. He gives the best hugs in my humble opinion, even though Baloo tends to get all the love. They're just really fun, and I feel like it's also a unique meet and greet for those of you who love meeting characters. I feel like they're one of the more rare characters, and they have a movie that's not like as popular. I noticed this too because I'm always trying to look for King Louie merchandise, like shirts or sweatshirts, and there's just absolutely nothing anywhere. So I feel like they're one of those more rare characters, and it's just something fun and different to do. If you guys love shows, then you definitely need to see the Lion King show when you're at Animal Kingdom. I feel like it's one of those bigger shows, very similar to the Aladdin show that used to be in Disneyland, or the Beauty and the Beast show that they have over at Hollywood Studios. It's just so fun. They have acrobatics too, like especially like the flying monkeys. They are amazing, and it's just so fun. I love this show, and it's also in an indoor auditorium, so if you need to escape the heat for a little bit, this is a fun activity to do. On the topic of shows, another great show you should go see is the Finding Nemo show. I didn't even know this show existed until I started working there. I didn't even know where it was. It's kind of in a random spot of the park where you don't naturally go to, and it's in a huge auditorium, even bigger than the one for the Lion King show. But this is such a beautiful show. It has puppets very similarly to the Little Mermaid show at Hollywood Studios, and it's a pretty long show too. I would say it's very comparable to the Beauty and the Beast show, but it's just super cute, and I love the Finding Nemo story, and the characters are super funny too. Very similar to the Aladdin show that used to be at Disneyland that had a lot of humor in it. This show is going to be very funny, and your kids and adults alike are going to love it. One of the more unique attractions at Animal Kingdom is the Kilimanjaro Safari. So it is a real life safari, and you do see lots of different animals, from lions, giraffes, hippos, alligators. It's so much fun, and I would recommend, if you are interested in doing the safari, make either fast passes for it or do it as the very first thing at the beginning of your day. All the different tourist books said to go in the morning because that's when the animals are going to be the most active. They're going to be out and about. I've never really done this safari at any other point in the day, so I can't really verify this, but when I have gone in the morning, we've seen all the animals you could possibly see, which I think is pretty cool. So if you want something a little bit different and want to go on a safari adventure, this is super fun, and kids can do it too. Another favorite of mine is the Dinosaur Ride. This ride is basically the exact same track as the Indiana Jones ride over at Disneyland, and that is one of my favorite rides at Disneyland, so of course it's one of my favorites here at Disney World too. The only downfall with this, I would say, is that not a lot of people know about the dinosaur movie. It wasn't one of the bigger Disney movies that I can remember, so I kind of forget the storyline, but it's a safari type ride, and it can be a little bit scary for kids, I do have to warn you, because they do have some of those bigger dinosaurs too. But it's a really fun ride, especially if you're an adult and you want something a little bit more fun than some of those little kid rides. This is going to be a really fun ride for you. Just, I do have to warn you, for little kids it could be a little bit scary. Another unique meet and greet that you can do at Animal Kingdom is meeting Pocahontas. She was one of my favorites to meet as a kid, and I feel like she came out a lot more when I was a kid too, because there weren't as many Disney princesses, and she was still one of the top ones back in the 90s. So she isn't really seen a whole lot other than right here at Animal Kingdom, and I don't know, it's just kind of fun, especially for those of you who are about my age and you still love Pocahontas. I would say she's one of the more rarer characters nowadays, just because her story isn't as popular as it was back in the 90s, but I still love meeting Pocahontas. She is so unique, and she's definitely one of my favorite characters to meet at Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom has a lot of great restaurants that you can go to, and one of my favorites to go to is the Yak and Yeti restaurant, mainly because when I was working there, it was super easy to get the fried rice because it comes in a little container. It's reasonably priced, and you can just easily get it to go. So if you are on the go, you need something really quick and easy that you can just take with you, and you don't really have time for a sit-down restaurant, this is a really great option, and I used to do it all the time when I was working there. When thinking about Animal Kingdom, I've realized there's a lot of rare characters that you get to meet there, which is really fun. fun, and one of those characters is Tarzan. You don't really get the chance to meet him outside of Animal Kingdom unless it's for like a Halloween party, and when you do meet him for Halloween, you get to meet him with Jane, but when you're at Animal Kingdom, you can usually find him there, and it's another one of those character meet and greets that's super funny, mainly because he doesn't really know English very well. It's very broken, and so a lot of the interactions you'll have with him are pretty funny. And the last thing I have to mention is the Avatar restaurant. I'm not really sure what the restaurant is. I'll link it down below, or what the name is. I had never really been to the Avatar side of Animal Kingdom. It was still new when I visited it in October, and it was super crowded. We used Animal Kingdom as like a half day when I was there, so I didn't really get the chance to experience the Avatar world, and that's why I didn't really include any of the experiences there except for this restaurant. This one restaurant, you had the option of getting like a rice dish and you can get meat with it, and it was really good. I was very impressed by how good the food was. And then for dessert, they had this like egg type thing. It wasn't eggs, but it looked like a blue egg, and it was mousse, and it was so, so good. If you're looking for a good restaurant to go to in Pandora, this is a great option. The food is really good. I feel like it's very similarly priced to other restaurants at Disney, but the food is also really good, and I really enjoyed it. Those are my favorite things to do when visiting Animal Kingdom. Again, I didn't really get the chance to explore Pandora, otherwise I would have included it more, and I'm sure in the future I will get more chances to go back and visit. But I hope you guys enjoyed my favorite things to do, and of course leave down below in the comments your guys' favorite things to do. I know there's probably tons of things that I missed. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!